Hi, it's Scola. So you've probably just come from my other channel to watch this video about social media and how I feel about it, and also just tips for making your social media experience a lot more positive, because I feel like we've just come out of a year where everything was so negative, and I feel like it's so important for the sun to come out right now because it's suddenly gone super dark and my sun has gone behind a cloud, and I am not happy about that, but it should come out in a little bit, so sorry if the lighting is changing around a lot. But any hazels, I want to talk about social media and tips for making it more positive and how I've made it more positive. Now, I don't think that social media is a bad thing. I think it can be a really good thing, and it's just how you use it. And what I found is that different people have different experiences, and I do talk to my friends and family about social media, and a lot of the time they tend to think that my timeline is a lot more negative than theirs, and like, who are you following that's always got you feeling so down? I'm like, I don't know. So what I've actually started doing, which is my first tip, is to actually unfollow anybody that makes you feel less good about yourself or a little bit down or unhappy. And this can be really difficult because it could even be like one of your closest friends that's making you feel a bit down, or your friends or colleagues or something. But if they're not making you feel great, then either just mute them, which is a great thing that you can do on Twitter, or on Instagram you can just unfollow them, which is always a little bit difficult because people notice. Oh my goodness, if you try to unfollow somebody and you're just like, yeah, you're not good for my mental state right now, they will notice. Like, I don't know how people notice when people unfollow them. Like, I never notice when people unfollow me, or at least I don't notice for like another year or something, and I'm just like, oh, they unfollowed me, and it hurts a little bit, and it's so weird because it's like, why am I annoyed that this person unfollowed me? I probably didn't even read any of their stuff either, or, you know, like any of their pictures for like about a year either. But anyway, I've just found that unfollowing and blocking anything that sort of makes me feel negative has just been really helpful for me. And if there's any certain words that sort of trigger you, I highly recommend blocking it. For me, the two main like platforms that have made me feel a bit more negative is Twitter and Instagram, because that's where you can really spend a lot of time scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's just sometimes I just pop onto Twitter, I scroll on there for about 5 minutes, and that's enough, and I feel so much happier doing it that way rather than spending like an hour scrolling and scrolling. And I just feel like that sometimes can be just too many emotions felt at once, because it's like I can literally go on Twitter from feeling happy to angry to crying to happy again, laughing at like a meme or something, and it's just one of those things where it's just too many emotions for me to actually handle, and I'm not developed enough to do that yet. Maybe like my children will be, they'll be used to doing that all the time, but I am not developed enough for that. I am not used to this lifestyle. So I've just found sort of taking time out and just unfollowing people and spending less time on social media has been really helpful for me. Also, actively following more positive people who actually put you in a good like mindset and a happier mindset. For example, I follow Yoga Girl on Instagram. She's one of those accounts where it's not about the way she looks, it's not about anything. I just love reading her writing. Like, I just love going onto her page and reading like these lovely mini essays that she writes about her life in such a beautiful way. But it's just literally, it just makes me feel happy just to see a glimpse into someone's life that's not like perfected or like airbrushed. But at the same time, I do love to follow people whose feeds are very polished and just beautiful and everything like that. That can also make me really happy as well. So I think it's just really about, next time you're scrolling, maybe make sure you think about how you're feeling and how you're reacting. Like, literally, there are some times when I'm scrolling through social media and I can literally feel my breathing changing as I get angrier or I get more upset or I'm calmer. It's like, literally, if I had like a heart rate monitor on, it'd be mad how my heart rate is just going like this, just simply from scrolling on social media. It sounds so dramatic, and it's one of those topics that I want to be careful about, because one thing I don't like is when people like sort of like completely dismiss social media and say social media is so bad for us, but they're literally like tweeting social media is bad, and it's like, you're tweeting social media is bad. I'd probably respect you more for saying that if you said it face to face rather than on social media. But yeah, I guess those are just a few of my thoughts and things. I feel like I missed out loads of points that I want to talk about, but I guess I just really wanted to, you know, share a few things that have been helping me feel a lot lighter and happier. I sort of live more in the real world, and I hate it when people say that too, because it's not that social media isn't the real world, it is. And even though people can like, you know, fake things and make things up online, people still do the same thing in real life. Just the way that somebody can online make it look like they're having a great time on holiday, when someone comes back into the office after their holiday, they can still tell you they had a great time, even if it was terrible or it wasn't realistically that amazing. They're gonna come back and speak it up, right? And they're gonna like talk it up and say it's really great. And I think it's just an extension of what the real world is like, and I don't think we should completely dismiss it, but just be a bit more careful about how we use it. But yeah, those have just been a few of my thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel about social media. How have you found it, especially in the last year? Have you seen a difference like I've seen a difference? How have you adapted to it? How are you feeling about it? Because honestly, last year I just felt like everyone was like constantly angry or going after somebody, which is fair enough because it just felt like everyone was like on a mad one. But it just felt like constantly something was going on, and like every time I logged onto Twitter there's like something new I had to like jump on the bandwagon of being angry about. And especially as I guess a YouTuber or like just someone who basically works in social media, you just feel like you have to be a part of it somehow, just because you know, you feel this pressure to say something about everything as well. Like when I'm on Twitter, if there's a new scandal that's come out, I feel so much pressure to say something about it, even if it has like nothing to do with me, or I don't really care enough to say anything. And I feel bad for saying that sometimes, because it's like, you don't care, you need to help more with the world and all this stuff, which I really want to, but there's like some things that personally get me way more passionate than other things. Sometimes you're just exhausted because it's like week after week, like geez, how many brands last year were like slightly racist and we have to get angry at every single one of them? So exhausting. But anyway, I need to get on with my day. Woohoo! Someone's bid on something on my eBay. I've started selling stuff on eBay again and someone's bid on it. Any hazels, guys, so I have to pop off now, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other topics or things that you're interested about knowing about, and I will make more videos on this channel, because I never want to abandon this channel. This is like my first baby and I feel really bad when I abandon it for like months on end. And because I started doing vlogs on my other channel, I'm like, I can't do vlogs on this channel as well. I mean, I could, so I'm just gonna upload whatever I feel like. And today I felt like talking about this topic, and that's what I was interested in talking about. But let me know how you feel and all that good stuff. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!